Sunnyside High School JROTC program. Tonight's national anthem will be sung by Hermiston High School junior Walla Walla 7pm.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
That is Hermiston's Lonnie Hamilton, a junior here at Hermiston High School, singing the national anthem ahead of kickoff this evening here on Kennison Field. The Sunnyside High School JROTC is presenting the colors, and they are walking off towards the west end zone, towards the officials here on what is a beautiful evening in Hermiston as the Bulldogs open their home opener against the Walla Walla Blue Devils. As the JROTC group from Sunnyside High School walks the colors off to the west end zone, a Chinook helicopter that has been parked alongside Bulldog Stadium on the practice field is making its way past us and back towards Pendleton here this evening. Military Appreciation Night is a part of the festivities that surround this home opener between the Bulldogs and the Blue Devils. One of the reasons Sunnyside has come down to present the colors from their JROTC is because Hermiston is in the process. It's been announced this week that they are going to add a program. It's been in the works, a conversation for about 2 years now, and they will have it open up in the second semester here at Hermiston High School. Talking to Tom Spoo, the principal at HHS. They are in the process of hiring the person who is going to instruct that class, and they are in the process of starting to recruit so that they can develop that class after the process of getting the approval from the United States government to have a JROTC program. Part of Military Appreciation Night here at Hermiston High School is down on Kennison Field as the captains get ready to make their way to midfield for the coin toss. Members of the Hermiston School District who are part of either being a list of veterans or active duty members of the United States Armed Forces are going to go behind the captains to midfield for the coin toss. That includes from the U.S. Army at Desertville Elementary School, David Melville. Also from the Army, from Hermiston High School, Melissa Doherty and Colin Haynes. From the United States Air Force, a member of the board, Dane Gardner. The Oregon Army National Guard is represented by Jason Lambert of the high school. Also from the high school and representing the United States Navy, Michael Hackenberg, Layla Hackenberg, and Michelle McAllister. And also from Hermiston High School, Ed Galjor is part of the list of veterans or active duty members of the United States Armed Forces. Plus, Corey Morgan, member of the Hermiston coaching staff. A member of the officials crew from the Mid-Columbia Conference tonight, a member of the U.S. Air Force, Shane Kelly. And the thanks go out to Captain Richard Duvall, who helped set up the Chinook static display as we saw it take off here just minutes before kickoff and make its way away. Sonny, this is something you've told me. It predates me being here in Hermiston, so it's almost 2 decades old at this point or more, but this is something that used to happen here in Hermiston. Cool to have it back.
It is. It's very neat. I mean, back in the day, they used to park that helicopter right on the green grass right out here on Bulldog, well, it wasn't Bulldog Stadium at that time, Hermiston Stadium, and they would have their career day at that time on the regular football field, and it's been quite a few years now since it's been back. Well, like you said, almost 2 decades since we've been doing this, and it is nice to have it back. Good to be able to recognize those who choose to serve and those who choose to protect us.
Cloud cover is starting to roll in a little bit. It's supposed to be partly cloudy tonight. It might turn into mostly cloudy as it looks like right now. Not really a breath of wind to speak of. 74 degrees as we get ready for kickoff here this evening. And your weather forecast is brought to you by Intermountain West Insulation. Quality gutters prevent water damage to your home's exterior and foundation. Contact Intermountain West Insulation and get your free estimate on quality gutter insulation. That's going to do it for our tailgate show, brought to you by Pierre Ford. Visit pierrefordofhermiston.com right now and get an additional $300 off any new vehicle. Take advantage of blowout pricing on F-150 and Escape specials now through September 30th at Pierre Ford. Walla Walla's won the toss. They have deferred, so we will see Hermiston's offense as we kick off week 2 here in the Mid-Columbia Conference. Bulldogs hosting the Blue Devils when we return on AM 1360 KOHU. Remember, we're hot on HTV upstairs in break, so just hit the cough if we need to complain about something.
Thank you for your service, and thank you to the service of all the fans in attendance who have dedicated time, energy, and blood to the United States Armed Forces.
Bulldog football on AM 1360 KOHU Hermiston. For 54 years, we also welcome you on our web streams at gohermiston.com and mixler.com/1360 KOHU. They are presented by Blue Mountain Networks. That's internet at the speed of life. They will hand the ball to Cooper Shields. The senior will boot it away. Nathan Welty back deep to the left to receive this kickoff for Hermiston. And to his right is Ryan Allen, the sophomore, both standing about the 10-yard line. Walla Walla, all white uniforms, blue helmets. Hermiston, the all black uniforms with white helmets. It's a chipped kick, and Allen takes it at the 15-yard line, moving to the 20, coming to his right at the 25, and Allen will be stood up at the 29-yard line. Just short of the 30, and it looks like the spot ultimately will give him just about the 30-yard line and about a 15-yard return on the opening kick. Starting lineup is brought to you by Rogers Toyota, and for Hermiston, a change on the offensive line. Guillermo Salazar will start at right guard. He is a junior, 6'2", 205 pounds. Next to him on his outside is Angel Ordaz, the 6'1" junior. At center, Hunter Allen, Seth Reeve, the left guard, and Stephen Hoffbauer is at left tackle. First down 10 from the 29. Blitz coming right up the middle. Play action. Quick throw out to the left side. Caught by Dale Krebs. Krebs muscles his way through the first tackle and is stopped at the 31-yard line. Dale Krebs, 4 receptions, 26 yards for the senior last week. Nathan Welty had 5 catches and 62 yards. He's out there as well, along with Tabor Mills, who comes out at a wideout position. That ball was thrown by Kyle Stasek. The very first play of his high school career, a freshman started at quarterback, and it is a completion. Second down and 8 coming up from the 31 left hash mark set. Stasek takes a low snap, turns and hands off. Cole McCamey in the backfield weaves his way to the 34-yard line, moving towards the middle of the field. McCamey a week ago, 9 carries, 29 yards, and he had 2 catches as well. Ended up losing yards on one of those 2 screenplays, but the sophomore gets the start at running back again tonight. Gains 4, third down and 4 for Hermiston on the opening drive. And for freshman Kyle Stasek, the back is to his left. 3 options to the right. A snap, the throw. Stasek throws in the middle. Tip pass flies over everybody, incomplete. Max Shulhonik was there in the heart of the defense, and everything caromed away, so Hermiston can punt as opposed to having Walla Walla in a short field because of turnovers. 6 turnovers through interception a week ago hurt a lot.
Absolutely. That's what changed that game. And, you know, other than the opening kickoff being returned, that's what changed the part of the game all the way.
Ethan Velasquez, a sophomore, his first punt was blocked, caught, and taken into the end zone as well. Couple of special teams touchdowns, couple of short fields as well. Velasquez is punting here on 4th down and 4, standing on his 20. Plenty of time, gets the kick away off the end of his toe. It will take a Hermiston roll inside the 45, inside the 40, and then check up, coming back Walla Walla's way to the 36-yard line. 29-yard punt and 10:34 on the clock. We see the Hermiston defense. And again, the starting lineup is brought to you by Rogers Toyota. Max Shulhonik, Robbie Akers at the defensive ends. Angel Ordaz and Dominic Echeverria at the tackles. Hayden Larson, healthy this week. He will start at linebacker next to Paul Schultz. Nathan Welty as the Superman. The rover is Joseph Lopez. Tabor Mills at free safety, and Dale Krebs and Nate Henderson, the cornerbacks. First down and 10 for senior left-handed quarterback Owen Godinez. With a back to his right from the 36, turns and hands off. And the first play of the game is a run play down the left hash marks across the 40 to the 41-yard line for Evan King, a junior running back, 9 carries, 29 yards for him last week. What's going to be important for Hermiston? Defending an offense that looks a lot like their own.
Just getting off the football this time and not being stood up. That time there, it was a Larson on the tackle, Eric.
Second down and 6 to go. Left hash mark from the 41. Derek Bingham, Damian Romero, Carter Chevelle, and Bridger Sedgwick are all receiver options. And a blitz coming up the middle. Handoff to King. Running left. Slips and is pulled down. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Running out to the left side. And again, you've got Hayden Larson, the captain of the interior of that defense, taking over for the very large shoes to fill from the group that retired or graduated, I should say, from the linebacking core a week ago. Max Shilhanek also in on that stop for no gain.
Who was that carried the ball that time?
King again.
King again, okay.
He's to the left shoulder of Godinez on 3rd down and 6. Godinez the lefty to throw. Pumps, throws high, right side, incomplete. Over the top of everybody. Damian Romero Herrera was in the vicinity, and so Walla Walla will send their specialists out. And it appears teams will trade punts in the opening 3 minutes of this contest here at Bulldog Stadium. Allen will come back on the field, and Ryan Allen is deep to receive. He'll stand to the right, and Dale Krebs is to the left, both standing about the 25-yard line. Cooper Shields also does the kicking, and he is just across his own 25. Not really a whole lot of wind to speak of as the senior gets it away, and Nathan Welty just missed the ball, just missed the punter, although Shields did try to get a flag out. We did not see one, though, thrown on what was determined to be no contact. From the head official, Tim Sumner is leading this crew along with Rory Schilling, Braden Leidy, Kevin Skinner, and Shane Kelly. The final one, the member of the United States Air Force, being recognized here this evening along with many other members of the military and veterans on Military Appreciation Night to open up home football in Hermiston. 9:06 left, opening quarter, and Stasek will turn a handoff, a double handoff, reversing, coming out to the left side for Krebs. Krebs to the edge. He will end up getting a yard. King is among those out there to get the stop for Walla Walla.
Yeah, that time there, it was, semi-nice action there. A little bit of trickery coming out, and, good things to maybe confuse that big defensive lineman.
Robbie Akers is the H-back. He's lined up to the right on this 2nd down and 9 play for Kyle Stasek. The back to his left is McCamey. Receiver left, 2 options to the right. Rolling right, Stasek to throw. Pressure behind him. He's got plenty of time. Throws over the middle, and a low pass is caught by Akers into Walla Walla territory to the 47-yard line. Akers down to the turf to dig it out and a 13-yard gain.
Nice job that time by Akers and getting up underneath that football.
Blue Devils, Ethan Belcher, Jake Humphreys, and Bridger Swope start on the defensive line for them. Luke Trebwasser and Mark Oliver are the 2 middle linebackers in this 3-4 look. 1st down and 10. Stasek keeps it himself, running left. I don't believe that was what was designed, but he did get back to the line of scrimmage on the opening play of the 2nd set of downs on the drive.
If it was, Eric, then he has got to make sure he gets his head down just a little bit. Because, boy, I tell you what, that big defensive lineman just wrapped him up right around the whole shoulders. Make him come down to get him.
Neil's younger brother, last year's leading tackler in the Mid-Columbia Conference. Kyle Stasek is described as quiet, but Mike Mosier, the offense coordinator, said he's been calm all week. Flag out, Stasek blitz, dropped, and a loss back into Walla Walla territory. Thrown down by Wolf, the defensive end.
Yeah, it's going to be a holding, and they'll decline that, Eric. That's a 9-yard loss. 8-yard loss, actually, is what they're going to give it finally.
So this is our first opportunity.
Holding on the offense. That penalty is declined. 3rd down.
It'll move it back 3rd down. So Aaron Villarreal, the sophomore, who started last week, had the inauspicious start to his Hermiston career, 6 interceptions, threw for 170 yards. He is available tonight. However, he missed yesterday's morning practice, so he will sit to start this game, and that's why Hermiston is starting a freshman for the first time in a handful of years. at the quarterback position. 3rd down and 19 from the 45 back in Hermiston territory. Stasek will push Allen in motion right to left and then dump a screen over the middle. Tip pass, caught and kept, and into Walla Walla territory. Hermiston is able to move that ball with Hayden Larson getting his first offensive touch.
Screen pass complete to
They get 7, but 4th and long. Hermiston will have to punt with 7:05 on the clock, and the clock is moving here in the opening quarter.
It's going to be 4th and 12 for the Bulldogs. Back deep in punt formation.
Ethan Velasquez, a 29-yard punt on his first kick of the night. Hermiston's second drive does end up with a 1st down, but it ends just like the first, with the specialist out there for a kick. This one is better driven back towards Herrera. And Romero Herrera gets away from it, takes a Hermiston bounce inside the 20, and dribbles up to the 17-yard line.
Anderson downs the ball for the Bulldogs.
31-yard kick, with 6:31 left in the first quarter. Scoreless game, Walla Walla has the ball back in their hands. Blue Devils lost to Kamayakan last week, 41-0 the final score. It's a very tough way to start. Started on Burleski Stadium, the final year. After 99 years of that partnership between Burleski Stadium and the Walla Walla School District, we will see the new facility that Wade Smith talked about during our tailgate show, brought to you by Pierre Ford. Blue Devils have it at the 17. And a handoff, left side run for King. King is into the second level and up to the 25-yard line. Stop him short of that, but a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Henderson on the stop that time.
About 7 to 8 yards.
Bulldogs faced a juggernaut a week ago in Richland and ended up watching 60-0 and a running clock through the second half be how their season opened. A season after they graduated nearly 24 seniors, had a couple of other key people move out of the district via transfer. Blue Devils have a new coach. 2nd down and 3. What's being dialed up here by Justin James. Throw near side and a catch. Henderson on another tackle.
Chevelle on the catch.
Carter Chevelle has it up to the 27-yard line. It is, well, they're looking across the field, peering for it to see is it good enough. It is to move the chains. 1st down.
Nice job that time. Henderson did a great job of closing that time and making a nice sure tackle.
Derek Bingham will come out to the left side. He's in the slot inside of Carter Chevelle. They are the short side of the field. Tight end that way as well. And now whistles at a stop and a timeout. Walla Walla wants to talk about things with 5:09 left in the opening quarter before this 1st down and 10. You're listening to Bulldog Football at AM 1360 KOHU. Out of the Blue Devils timeout, 1st down and 10. Option play left, a pitch to King. King spins his way into a tackle by Paul Schultz, the senior, up to the 28-yard line. Gain of 1 on 1st down.
Yeah, time there, Schultz, and the one that put it away for good was Larson again.
First year in charge of the program, Justin James, actually his 14th year with the Walla Walla Blue Devils. His alma mater, graduate of 2003. He was part of the 2002 Blue Devil team that was a semifinalist. Lost in double overtime in that semi. Pump and pulled down. Godinez tries to scramble out and run, does get himself up to the 30-yard line just across it. A gain of about 3 before Dominic Echeverria, the senior, chases down the senior quarterback from Walla Walla. He was also new to his position. In his case, new to Walla Walla High School. He was the quarterback at Touchy a year ago, so much bigger school for his senior year. And the lefty sets himself up at a passing down, 3rd down, and 6 to go from the 31-yard line. Left hash mark set. Godinez with the back to his left, takes the straight drop, blitz coming up the middle, flings one deep down the field, way too far, incomplete. Hurled it over Damian Romero Herrera's head by about 15 yards.
Yeah, that time there, he was feeling a little bit of pressure. There wasn't that much pressure. He had a lot of time. He just needed to go ahead and get it up in the air and let his receiver try and run under it.
So 4th down and punt team is out again. Shields.
Too deep, Eric. We are too deep.
Shields for the Blue Devils, deep to return for the Bulldogs.
Krebs and Allen. Shields going to pull it down, and now we'll kick it to the right, almost rugby style, and that's a well-kicked ball. Dale Krebs comes towards it, now backs off and says, I'm not going to grab this ball, as it checks up at the 30-yard line. Ends up being a good kick, goes for 39 yards for Cooper Shields, who had pressure right down the middle. He saw it coming, and like Max Shulhanick a week ago on Hermiston's opening punt, he pulled it down, stepped to his right around to the pursuer, and then decided to set back up and really got a nice kick away.
Yeah, and that time there, both our deep backs that were there too long, that were way too deep, saw him breaking out of the pocket. They came up, and the ball actually went over their heads, and they had to go ahead. We still had an opportunity to field it, but you're right. I mean, the good thing about it is Hermiston stayed in their lanes this time and did not allow them to break the outside.
From the 30-yard line, 1st down and 10, Hermiston will take over. They had a quarterback change. McCamey takes a handoff from Villarreal, running left side. McCamey's got himself a good opening play of this drive. Gets it up to the 37-yard line. And a pickup of about 7 as Aaron Villarreal, the sophomore, has taken over at quarterback for Hermiston.
Nice little counter movement there that time, Eric, on the steps, and did get the Wahai defense moving the opposite way.
Welty, the leading pass catcher a week ago from Villarreal, is the receiver alone to the left short side of the field on 2nd down and 3. Akers steps into the backfield at H, back to the left of Villarreal. Akers, Villarreal, I guess it's a read option, and Villarreal eventually gives it to Akers, a loss of a yard, as those two end up hugging in the mesh and get stopped, stood up at the 36-yard line.
Nah, it's you either give it right away or you don't wait till the last minute, because that's what causes the turnover. And that time there, it was close.
3rd down and 4 with the loss of a yard. Hayden Larson will come in at the running back position. 3 receiver options out to the right against this 3-4 base defense for Walla Walla. Villarreal takes the snap, slaps his hands together, time in the pocket, deep ball left side. Welty's behind everybody, has it, the 30, is running away from the defense. 10, 5, touchdown, Nathan Welty into the end zone. Hermiston's on the board.
Nice job that time. A 64-yard touchdown catch.
So Villarreal comes in, he drops that pass past the defense. Welty just ran past the last man in the secondary. And Hermiston's got the opening touchdown of the game. Dale Krebs will hold for Ethan Velasquez, looking to add on the extra point.
Ryan Allen in position for the hold. Ethan Ethan Velasquez.
Ryan Allen's a snapper.
Keep the extra point.
Snaps good, holds there. Kick is through for Velasquez, and a roar from the crowd here tonight at Bulldog Stadium as Hermiston has the 64-yard touchdown pass with 1:58 on the clock in the opening quarter to take the lead. And for Hermiston, that is the first touchdown of the 2024 season. A good read by Villarreal, and really, I think importantly in that, Sonny, really good pass protection.
Yes, they gave him a pocket. He stayed, and this time there, you didn't see him starting to get a little bit nervous and break the pocket, and he'd have to try and throw on the run. He just did a good job of sitting there and gave the one pump fake. The receiver kept going, and the defender took the pump.
That read to find Welty is our Next Chapter Bookstore read of the game. Enjoy a delicious drink along with fresh, locally baked French pastries and relax with your new favorite book at the Next Chapter Bookstore and Literary Cafe in Hermiston. And with that first touchdown of the season, that is the first book that the Next Chapter Bookstore will pledge to donate to Christmas Express when we get around to that in December. Every touchdown Hermiston scores, the Next Chapter Bookstore will donate a book.
Oh, nice start. I mean, getting the nerves out of there, get a couple of 3 and outs, and now it's just a good football game to start.
Velasquez, low line driving kick, picked up by Romero Herrera. He's at the 10, right side 20, 25, 30. He's got a seam at the 40, and a blocker is well caught from behind, just across the midfield stripe. Hayden Larson is the one who makes the saving tackle, but the Blue Devils, after giving up the touchdown, have very good field position to start off the next drive.
Yeah, it's, you get down there and now all of a sudden you've got a 2-yard net or a 7-yard net kick out of this whole thing. It's the gunner on the far side came in, got himself trapped inside, and just did not allow it.
First down and 10 for Godinez in Hermiston territory at the 48-yard line. Put a man in motion and hand it on the fly sweep to Derek Bingham. No, keep for the quarterback. Ball out. Fumble around the 45-yard line. David Faitete, the head coach, is jumping up and down, says, "We got it," and the officials say, "Yes, you do." The fumble by Godinez, he kept it on a really nicely executed fake. The quarterback, though, has the ball popped out.
Welte on the recovery. Nice
now,
job.
with the celebration to that, there is concern as Hermiston has Joseph Lopez, the senior defensive back, who is down, and quite a bit of concern on the Walla Walla sideline. Their coaching staff and their trainer right there as Haley Stout jumped off of her sideline to get out to Lopez. David Faitete walking across behind Dan Emery, who has gotten there along with Debbie Green. Debbie in her second year here in Hermiston after spending a couple of decades in Pendleton, and for Dan Emery, year 23 as the head trainer here at Hermiston High School. But there is some concern for Lopez as they check out his right leg with 1:39 left in the first quarter. And Hermiston up 7-0 with the ball on the fumble by the Blue Devils. We'll get Hermiston with a touchdown lead and the ball back when we return here on AM 1360 KOHU. Joseph Lopez has been helped to the sideline. Hermiston's got the ball on the fumble recovered by Nathan Welty, who also had the 64-yard touchdown catch on Hermiston's last drive. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Left hash mark 44. Walla Walla showing pressure to the backside of Villarreal. Play action, dump it in the right flat. Robbie Akers dropped for a big loss. Screenplay set up out wide, and Bridger Sedgwick was all over it. The senior makes the tackle back at the 36-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play.
Yeah, that's something you can't do there. That, that play was sniffed out right from the beginning. Took way too long. If they're going to do that, get rid of it quick and let them have a chance to sidestep. But that puts you way behind the chains right now.
McCamey out, Hayden Larson in for this 2nd down at 18. Ball in the middle of the park. Villarreal, the sophomore quarterback, has Larson on his right shoulder. Star of 3 receivers to the left. Too much time, and Hermiston will use a timeout. Just took too long to get the play in, so David Faitete will pause things with 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Hermiston up 7-0. That scoring drive, the last time Hermiston touched the ball, ended up just 3 plays. Minute 32 seconds, goes 70 yards, 64 of it on the Welty catch. Drive Report brought to you by Pierre Ford. Visit pierrefordofhermiston.com right now to get an additional $300 off any new vehicle and take advantage of blowout pricing on F-150 and Escape specials now through September 30th at Pierre Ford.
Yeah, they were down to 1 second on the play clock, Eric, before they got the timeout called. And you're right, it just took too long to get the play called in, and it looked like they were in the same setup after the timeout. They're still in that setup. Now they're split wider this time.
Those 3 receivers out to the left. Welty, the front one, in motion, left to right, Krebs. He's coming out into the right flat and will drop it that way. He's hit in the backfield. Loss again and again. It's Sedgwick who makes the read and the stop for a loss of another 4. At the 32-yard line, Hermiston's got it. Still no huddle. 3rd down and 22 to go. Final 15 seconds of the first quarter. This could be the final play of the quarter, although it's also passing down, so we'll see when they get this snap off if they do. They will, with 5 seconds left, flag out, so they won't.
There's a motion penalty.
False start penalty against the Bulldogs, so they'll be marched back to the 26-yard line. And now the 3rd down becomes even more daunting. 3rd and 28. Well, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is, what his age is. Just aren't a whole lot of plays in the book for 3rd down and 28, and the next play will come at the start of the 2nd quarter. We'll flip the field around. 1 quarter in the books. Hermiston 7-0. Hosting Walla Walla. Opening night here for the Bulldogs at home at Bulldog Stadium, where we return on AM 1360 KOHU. good start in the pool today up in Kennewick. What a start for Hermiston slow pitch softball. 22-0, 27-3 wins yesterday. They are 4-0 in the first week of the season. Here's this 3rd down and 28. Villarreal tries the hard count, slaps, hands together. Deep ball, Welty. Double coverage over. Welty tips the pass. There's a scramble for it into Hermiston territory. It's called a catch. Welty hauls it in at the 37-yard line. He was in one-on-one coverage with sophomore Gregory Powell, and Welty wrestled it away as they went tumbling to the ground.
That's a 33-yard.
Play action. Villarreal keeps it on 1st down and 10, running out to the left side, and Villarreal pulled down, gets a few yards up to the 33-yard line. A little bit of a scuffle and a scramble afterwards as the Walla Walla defender felt like he had dislodged the ball and tried to wrestle it out, but not the case for him, not the case for the Blue Devils, and for Hermiston a 3-yard gain, 2nd down and 7 at the 34-yard line. Bulldogs trying to add on to a 7-0 lead in the opening minute of quarter number 2 here on their home opening night. Hayden Larson to the left shoulder of Aaron Villarreal. Sophomore quarterback takes the snap. Time to throw. Right side throw. High pass tipped and bobbled and dropped.
Almost.
No, they'll give it to him. They will say that on the deflection.
No,
they will not.
Now they call it incomplete. I mean, almost a good try. I mean, almost a good reception off the tip.
3rd down and 7 instead from the 34. You got to think this is 4-down territory for Hermiston. Larson to the right shoulder of Villarreal. Blitz coming up the middle. Rush 5. Villarreal comes left, pulls it down. He will run. Juke step to the left and steps out of bounds into the Hermiston sideline. Just short of the yard to gain up to the 28. He gets 6, he needed 7, 4th down and 1 with 10:48 on the clock in quarter number 2.
Yeah, had he not delayed or hesitated, Eric, he had a lot of room. He should, he'll get used to it that he could read that outside, and he was that far away from the sideline.
4th down and 1, left hash mark, 28-yard line in Walla Walla territory. Pressure coming up the middle. Hand off to Larson. Larson muscles his way for a 1st down. Coming down the left hash mark, short of the 25, but he got 2 yards, and that's all he needed.
That was a good, hard rush that time.
Running behind is Stephen Offbauer, Seth Reeve on the left side. Bulldogs go power. They get the yards they need for a new set of downs. 1st down and 10. They end up spotting the nose of the ball on the left hash mark, 25. Larson stays into the backfield to the left shoulder of Villarreal. Sophomore quarterback, play action, throws near side, catch by Welty. Welty caught in the backfield, and he'll end up falling backwards 2 yards to the 27, a loss of 2.
Simba on the tackle. Loss of a couple for the Bulldogs.
Welty and Krebs, 2 of the receivers that returned this season with any experience. Krebs is in the slot, wide to the right side. Outside of him, Tabor Mills, the junior. Welty tight to the formation as the receiver left on 2nd and 12. Low snap, it scrambles away from Villarreal. He loses it, and diving on top of it, Walla Walla's got the ball at the 40-yard line. Diving through on the ball, Corbin Tate, the senior, has it, and Hermiston's turned it back over to the Blue Devils.
Yeah, that time there, he just did not watch the football into his hands. It hit off his hands and went rolling back that way. That's a tough break.
It was low, and Hunter Allen had some snap problems a week ago as well, but it hit his hands.
It should have been caught, Eric. I've seen an awful lot of snaps before, and that one there was a manageable snap retrieval. To me, low is scraping the dirt or hitting the ground.
First down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Walla Walla the ball on the turnover. Godinez looking to throw. Deep ball right side, wide open. Bingham all by himself. 20, 15, 10, 5, and a touchdown. Hermiston had a coverage break, and Walla Walla one play, a 60-yard score.
Yeah, that time there, the outside corner went ahead and sucked in and on the play fake, and Sedgwick, is that who it was?
No, that was Derek Bingham.
Bingham, okay, Bingham. Just kept going. He just ran a sprint, and when you get turned around like that badly, or you come up on that ball, you're going for a ride.
Mike Eggert, a sophomore, is the holder for Cooper Shields, who's going to try to add the extra point. High snap. Eggert pulls it down, flag out from the far side before Shields mishit it. It was after the whistle started blowing, so maybe he kind of tried to pull off of that kick as well.
Offsides on Hermiston.
Half the distance to the ball. In play. That's right.
Presumably, on Dominic Echeverria, the senior, then did 5 push-ups as they were marching the ball half the distance.
Now they're gonna go ahead and go for 2 now, Eric. They've got their regular offense out there ready to go.
Becomes a 1.5-yard conversion attempt with 9:26 left in quarter number 2 to take a lead. Carter Chevelle, the receiver, to the left. Coming right, Bingham, who caught the touchdown. Outside of him, they have Smith Phillips, a sophomore. Throw it across, keeper for the quarterback, trying to run right side, and Godinez has stood up. Got met in the hole, and it was Echeverria who got called for the offsides, who meets Godinez in the hole, trying to run right and stuffs the 2-point conversion attempt.
Yeah, nice job by Echeverria that time, coming in hard and just pinching down and getting the pad level down to where he could control that offensive line.
Derek Bingham, 60-yard reception, 1 play, 10 seconds, 60 yards. And the Walla Walla Blue Devils are within 1, 7-6 after the 2-point conversion fails. The drive summary brought to you by Pierre Ford. Here tonight, opening night in Hermiston for the Bulldogs at home. Blue Devils, after they were home last week, are on the road here. And these 2 teams, 2 of the 4 3A teams, the other 2, Kennewick and Southridge, are playing at Lamson Stadium tonight. These games carry a little extra.
Yeah, they do. You got to get the 3A side of it, and, this is a good start for Hermiston now. On the last play, where we went ahead and jumped in, our gunner gave up position, and, now we got to get the return fully out here and see what happens. We defensively, whenever we're doing this, our gunner's got to be more. For right now, I don't know, I haven't seen his leg that he's that big of a kicker to be back on the 5, Eric. It didn't look like when he was warming up that he was kicking that deep.
Krebs one way, Allen the other way, and this is a little pooch over to the right side towards the Walla Walla sideline, and it does roll out of bounds. Ushered out just before Gregory Powell could get down on it. So it will be a procedure penalty on the Blue Devils. 9:26, 7-6 Hermiston here on Kettison Field. Bulldogs fumble on their last drive. They will start with the ball on the 35 on this drive. McCamey is going to line out to the right shoulder of Villarreal. Mills alone to the right. Krebs, Shulhonic tight to the formation left. Now Krebs in motion. Sweep play, drop ball, fumbled. Krebs picks it back up. It was missed by a Walla Walla Blue Devil, and Krebs keeps the ball in Hermiston's hands to avoid 2 offensive plays and 2 fumbles in a row.
Yeah, that time there, that was not a good handoff. That hit the backside of the right elbow behind the arms. Krebs just did a good job of recovering that.
Krebs and Welty left. Shulhonic now moves into more of a traditional tight end spot on the left side of the line. 2nd down and 13 after the loss of 3. Villarreal waves his hands in front, slaps him, takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, left side, pumps, pulls it down, breaks 1 tackle, and then is hammered at the 30-yard line. Loss of 2 more yards. Walla Walla is able to pursue and pursue and pursue. And eventually, Luke Treboisser, the senior leader who plays both sides of the ball, makes the stop.
Stop for the Blue Devils. 3rd down and 14 for the Bulldogs.
Clock spinning, 8:20 left in quarter number 2. Hermiston by 1. But facing a 3rd down and 14 back at the 31. Villarreal back to his left. 2 receivers each way. Steps up, hit, spins off of it. Backwards he runs, now rolling out to the right, gets a block to save him some time, and is eventually piled under at the 26-yard line. 5 more yards lost. There's a scuffle after, some pushing, some shoving, some jockeying and jawing. And a flag comes out at the end, and another flag comes out very late.
Yeah, that time there, it was a kind of a protection penalty, the first one by Hermiston. They thought that he got hit late, and so the lineman went over and pushed the other guy off of him, and then the scrum happened.
Justin James calls the entire Blue Devil team together on his sideline as the officials talk to sort out these couple of penalties that we have seen. Off on Hermiston's sideline, away from everybody, Senior Joseph Lopez does have a big bandage of ice around his right leg. And some frustrations for him as well. He had played really well last week, especially stepping up in run coverage. He's a shorter guy, listed at 5'6", probably, as I'm told, maybe generously listed at 5'6". And so in the passing down situations against those tall all-league receivers for Richland last week, he was in the right position. They're head taller than he is.
Yeah, it was offsetting penalties. Wow, that was a dead ball. Those were dead ball fouls. How could that be offsetting? I mean, how could they replay the down? One was
unless they decided that, as Hermiston was frustrated, Walla Walla came in late on a play, in which case that would be during the play, and then Hermiston's got the retaliation penalty afterwards. Somehow, though, Hermiston's going to get to try again on 3rd down and 13 at the 32. Under 8 minutes left. Clock spinning, 2nd quarter. Hermiston up 7-6. Both teams have had fumbles. Both teams have had touchdowns. Both teams have punted a couple of times. Villarreal deep ball again. He'll hoist it up for Welty to climb, and incomplete. Good defensive play this time by the sophomore Gregory Powell to rise up and bat it away from Welty. So on to punt, Ethan Velasquez. He's standing at his 15. Good crowd here on opening night. Student section off to our right. All clad in camo Hermiston logoed shirts. Velasquez gets the low line drive, punt away. Will hit at the 45. Take a nice Hermiston roll inside the 35. And still tumbling end over end all the way down to the 25-yard line. 43-yard punt, no return, and the Blue Devils will have 75 yards between them and potentially a lead in this game. Down by 1 with 7:27 left in quarter number 2.
Much better job that time. I mean, Hermiston, it looked like they might have got a little lucky that they didn't get called for a hold, but the good kick, Walla Walla just let it hit the turf. They got our-itis and let the ball roll, and now they found themselves with a long field.
Brighton Smith Phillips, the receiver to the right. 2 options left for Godinez, who hasn't thrown a ton here tonight. First down and 10 from the 25. Godinez turns, hands off, and a right side run is stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Akers on the stop, number 13.
Blue Devils will huddle up. They are not looking to go nearly as fast as the Bulldogs are offensively. As Justin James leans on his offensive coaching crew. Figure out what they want to go with here. The defense coordinator, he was actually a center on that 2002 semifinalist team for Walla Walla, his alma mater. Whistles and pauses. Hermiston only had 10 on. They've got 11 now. They'll reset the play clock. Everything seems to be fine. And Godinez gets the okay to go on second down and 10. Rolling left, a lefty to throw. Dumps it off in the flat underneath. Route to Sedgwick. Sedgwick muscles across the 30-yard line on his sideline. Kept in bounds after a 6-yard gain.
Larson on the stop on the far side again.
A little more than 6 minutes left here in quarter number 2. I mentioned those Hermiston camouflage shirts with the Stars and Stripe H that the Bulldog students have. They were given out. The Oregon Army National Guard coming in, helping provide those, plus true tactical shirts for the Hermiston coaching staff. 3rd down and 4, flag out far side before Godinez could take the snap, and it's a false start to move Walla Walla back to a 3rd and long situation.
Yeah, that time there the left tackle moved just a touch early. Actually, all he did was picked his hand up, and the officials saw that little flinch.
Not all of the coaches are in tactical shirts.
No.
As it turns out, as Larry Usher pointed out during the linebacker luncheon on Thursday afternoon, the Army doesn't have a lot of 4X and 5X. So some of the more lineman type assistant coaches and the head man himself aren't able to quite squeeze into that tactical shirt. 3rd down and 9, Godinez drops, sets up a screenplay, batted up in the air and intercepted. Coming to the near sideline, Shilhonic has it. Coming towards his Hermiston side, Shilhonic is pulled down. He reaches the ball and stretches out across the 20-yard line. Max Shilhonic batted the tallest guy on the field, the ball up into the air on a screenplay, and then he comes down with it. The return is minor, but the interception is major because it gives the ball in the 20 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, he ended up getting 6 yards on the return out of the whole thing, but a nice job. I mean, it was a designed play. He just didn't get the ball up high enough to get it up over the top of his offensive line and that defensive line, and Shilhonic picked it up and did well.
Can Hermiston capitalize here? 1st down and 10 from the 20, up 7-6 with 5:18 on the clock in quarter number 2. Villarreal, pressure coming. They bring 6. He'll step up in the pocket. Coming to his left. Throws sideline for Welty. Welty spins off of a tackler. He stepped out of bounds as he pinballed off of Powell.
Yeah, nice 7-yard pickup that time by Welty.
Down to the 13, Hermiston has it. Welty and Krebs left. McCamey in to the left shoulder of Villarreal. Read option, give to McCamey. McCamey moving to the middle of the field, spins off of a tackler and pulls Sedgwick down to the 11-yard line. Gains 2 on a play that was Dead to rights in the backfield before McCammy's extra effort.
Yeah, nice job keeping the feet going in that time, and then right at the end doing the athletic move of making the spin and getting the extra yard.
Spot wasn't fantastic in Hermiston's favor at the 12-yard line, 3rd down and 2. McCammy to the right shoulder of Aaron Villarreal. The sophomore quarterback turns, keeps it himself. This time he'll run up the middle. Comes back left, and he runs right into the traffic. There's a scramble again. The ball is out, and at the bottom of the pile, Hermiston will keep it. Derek Bingham came out of the bottom of the pile with the ball, but the official says
looks like
down and at the 10.
Looks like he's got a first down.
It is truly going to depend where they spot this ball.
They set it on this side.
4th and inches with 4:13 left in the second quarter. The clock is moving.
Well, they just moved it to a first down. It is, and a first down.
First down and goal across the 10. Hayden Larson back into the backfield. Left of Villarreal. Villarreal keeps. Throws, dumps it off. Shilhonic left side. Shilhonic pushed out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Gains 4. Had the interception. Gets a chance here on this pass play. Ends up being his first catch of the season. He did have the 13-yard run on a fake punt a week ago. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining with 3:43 left in quarter number 2. Villarreal keeps it himself, running left side, comes left again, flag out as Villarreal gets into the end zone. This one's coming back, right?
Yeah, it is. It's a holding on the right side of the offensive line.
Away from where Villarreal was running. And Seth Reeves also going to have to come off for a play.
Yeah, and
because he had a helmet issue. Wyatt Larson will replace him at guard.
Yeah, it just held, and I don't know whether it was a very end of the play, but that's in the general direction of where that penalty came from. Doggone it. Good read, too, by the quarterback. He did the right thing that time.
Marched all the way back to the 16-yard line. 2nd down and goal from the 16 now. Left hash mark set. Larson to the left of Villarreal. Slaps his hands together. Low snap, it rolls past him. He dives back on top of it. Lost the ball, and it's scrambled on top of by Walla Walla at the 32-yard line. Blue Devils have it back on Hermiston's 2nd lost fumble of the night. And this time, Bridger Swopes is able to jump on it.
Yeah, and that time there it was offline to the left, and I don't know if he was quarterback was looking for it or if he was still trying to read the defense out there, but it went completely off his left hand and scooted out there.
Bulldog Football on your hometown radio station is brought to you in part by Legends Casino Hotel in Toppenish. At Legends Casino during the Cash in the Woods Thursday drawings, 4 winners will gather between $4,000 and $10,000. Use your Legends rewards card when playing in the Forest of Friendly slot machines to earn entries. First down 10 from the 31. Flag out on the handoff to Evan King, who's stuffed up the middle. Bulldogs have defended anything inside the tackles on the ground with Evan King really well in this first half.
Yeah, and that time there was a very nice job by Schultz coming in and putting him away so he couldn't get started.
Walla Walla down by 1. We do find out about the marker. It's a procedure penalty against the Blue Devils. And so it's pre-snap, so Hermiston couldn't decline if they wanted. No. Move it back to the 26 and 1st and 15.
Yeah, that was too bad there because that they couldn't decline that because that would have been the 4-yard loss on the good hit by Schultz.
First and 15 for the Blue Devils.
Evan King will be moved to the left shoulder of Godinez, who's got 2 receivers left, a tight end right and a receiver right, and a timeout right now for Walla Walla. With 3:18 left in the second quarter, 7-6, Hermiston's lead. Let's take a look at the Columbia Orthodontics scoreboard yesterday in the MCC. Chiawana 43, Kamayakan 0. Whew. Did not see that coming.
No, yeah. I mean, especially, Chiawana played a very tough game the week before over in Idaho, and I think they took it out on Kamayakan.
Lost 42-8 to defending Idaho 6A champion Rocky Mountain out of Meridian. The game played in Boise. And then last night, the one MCC Thursday night game, and at the Lamp, Chiawana turned off the lights. Also last night, 9-man action in Boardman. Riverside falls to Powder Valley 8-6. Grant Union wins at Pilot Rock 32-6. Earlier today, Echo a 41-19 win at Pine Eagle. The defending 6-man champions are 2-0. And Jordan Valley beat Ione Arlington 53-6. Also afternoon action for them. At Milt Duran Field in Umatilla, this check-in on the Vikings brought to you by Big River Golf Course in the city of Umatilla. It was Valley Catholic visiting and coming away with a 13-6 win. First down and 15 out of the Walla Walla timeout, their second of the half. A right side run, and King is stood up on the Hermiston sideline. Henderson makes the stop. King does get 2 on the rush.
Yeah, time there. Nice job by Henderson and making him stretch it out there and try and go out. I mean, Hermiston is pretty quick when they can get outside, and if they go ahead and seal that outside, that running back has to come to him.
Umatilla Soccer is going to be in action at home tomorrow at noon. Our board operator, Kaylani Schaefer, will be in the middle of the field for the Vikings against the McLaughlin Pioneers at 2 o'clock. Umatilla boys against Mackay. All that going on at Milt Duran Field as well. Second down and 13 at the 27. Right hash mark set for Godinez. Takes the snap. The lefty steps up in the pocket. Whips one downfield in behind Bingham, incomplete. At his back shoulder pad, had a chance, but could not haul it in. And third and long facing the Blue Devils. So last night, the Mackay volleyball team came to Umatilla, and they came away with a 3-set victory. Our feature on Umatilla High School is brought to you by Big River Golf Course. Online reservations have been made available. Big River Golf. Members can book tee times up to 45 days in advance. Non-members can book up to 30 days in advance. 3:07 left here in Hermiston. 7-6 Bulldogs on the Blue Devils. Third down and 13. Deep ball left side into double coverage. Incomplete over the top of Bridger Sedgwick. And Dale Krebs on coverage.
Nice job. Krebs just sealed him off, and only way that Sedgwick was going to get even close to the ball, or Bingham was going to get close to the ball, was to run up and over the top of his shoulder pads. And a good job that time.
And he's 6 feet tall. He probably would have had to been about 7'6" to haul that one in, as well as deep into the Walla Walla sideline as it went. So the Blue Devils cannot take advantage of the Hermiston fumble. And out to punt again with Cooper Shields on 4th down and 13. Shields just inside his own 15. Hermiston got close on this last one. Low snap, but Shields gets it away. And the punt will fall again at the 45. Roll out of bounds into the Hermiston sideline at the 36-yard line. No return, and the Bulldogs with 2 timeouts have the ball up 7-6. 2:53 on the clock in quarter number 2. Following that Columbia Orthodontics scoreboard and kind of a what's going on around the area, tomorrow over at Sandstone, about 24 teams converge on that cross-country meet that'll be hosted by Hermiston. Troy Blackburn's our featured interview here at halftime, brought to you by Devon Oil Circle K in 2:53 of game clock. Saw him yesterday. He said, "I'm ready." And he's excited too, because you got to host one, and then you just take runners to the rest of the events. All the time. That hosting's hard. So they'll do it tomorrow. They'll start with JV at 11 tomorrow. Play action. Villarreal over the middle. Tip pass incomplete. Luckily for Hermiston, Evan King, the junior playing safety, jumped up into the air thinking that he was going to catch a tip pass off of Shulhanik's hands, but essentially jumped over the ball.
Yeah, that time there, thrown quite a ways behind him. Shulhanik was lucky to be able to even get his hands on that one and try, but that also turned out to be almost an interception because he got his hands on it.
Second down and 10. Villarreal was picked off 6 times a week ago. Walla Walla hasn't snatched one that way yet, but they have recovered fumbles on Hermiston's last 2 drives. Handoff, right side run for McCamey. McCamey getting to the outside, running right, dives up to the 39-yard line. Ends up being a modest 3-yard gain for Cole McCamey. Well, Walla Walla Hermiston action coming up next week. Soccer. Volleyball on Tuesday for Walla Walla has Chiawana coming in. 3rd down 7. Villarreal, straight drop, deep ball, right side, throws it up for grabs, incomplete. It was tipped. Chevelle got his hands on it to knock it away from Mills.
That was a nice job. Mills almost was able to get his hands on the football also and make the attempt to make that catch, but a good job by Chevelle. Again, staying between the quarterback and the football, and getting that in the receiver, I mean.
Carter Chevelle, one of those multi-sport Blue Devils. He's a basketball guy as well, part of that high-octane offense that Adam Berg has at Walla Walla. So, Hermiston will punt back with 2:09 left in the quarter. Drive takes less than a minute before the punt is away. A flag out, delay of game. And so they will move Hermiston backwards 5 yards. And Evan Velasquez will punt inside from his own 20. King and Damian Romero Herrera are the 2 back to return. Both of these teams' punt returners have lined up 2 deep all night long. Velasquez gets this one away. This one will drive Romero Herrera back to the 30-yard line. He's going to try to run left. Is able to make one man miss and then is shouldered down at the 36-yard line. A return of 6 for Romero Herrera after the 36-yard punt for Velasquez. I chastise Walla Walla for being too deep, and then Walla Walla ends up seeing Velasquez get a hold of one. He's just in his first couple of weeks of being a punter at the varsity level. He's trying to get used to keeping his head down like he did on that one and got some extra oomph into it. First down and 10 for the Blue Devils at the 36. Godinez, quick flip out into the left flat. And a catch and a missed man, and Chevelle makes another man miss. He spins around at the midfield stripe, gets a block into Hermiston territory, slips at the 47-yard line. There is a flag out onto the play. Chevelle really some nifty dancing to get himself what ended up being an 18-yard gain, but this appears to be coming backwards, and they're talking with Nathan Welty right now.
It looked like it might have been a block in the back, Eric, or a chop block, or something out there on the very side. I did see a Hermiston player go down, but it'll be interesting.
Personal foul, blindside block on the offense. That's a 15-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
I think that blindside block and 15-yard penalty that erases all that work Carter Chevelle did, that's going to be one that Justin James and the Walla Walla coaching staff's going to want to send in and say, hey, can we look at this? Mm-hmm. That looked like just a really good block. That nobody got decleated on it. So For the Blue Devils, a frustrating erasure of the Chevelle catch and run. And with 93 seconds left in the first half, clock spinning as they come to the ball on first down and a 13 at the 33. Left hash mark. For Godinez, looking to throw again. He will dump it in the flat, left side, into his bench. Sedgwick has it as he goes down into his bench, right on top of the 35-yard line. Ends up just a gain of 2.
And Henderson on the stop out there. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was...
Second down and 11 to go from the 35-yard line. And Walla Walla is taking their time getting to the line here, but the clock is paused because Sedgwick went out of bounds. 3 receiver options right, and the lefty's looking that way. Hooks it far enough out to Romero Herrera. Has the catch at the 38. Jumps forward to the 40-yard line. They'll say knee down and the ball down at the 39 as Nate Henderson wrapped him up. A gain of 5, and Blue Devils now will work quickly with a minute left. Third down and 7. Looking to convert and continue this drive. Down by 1. King to the left shoulder of Godinez and Hermiston. David Faitete will pause things here with Walla Walla for the first time tonight going fast with 3:51 left in the opening half of action here on opening night and Military Appreciation Night here in Hermiston. Good partnership with the Oregon Army National Guard to get those shirts for the student section, the tactical shirts for the Hermiston coaching staff, and also a cool announcement for the Hermiston School District with the finalization of the process for JROTC coming here to Hermiston, and over the next handful of years they'll hire a director and try to continue to build that into an all-day program here at Hermiston High School. Can be a game changer for some, Sonny.
Oh yeah, it was a game changer for my son. I was kind of not so happy that they didn't have the whole program here, but he had to do it online and at Prineville High School.
Third down and 7 out of the Hermiston timeout. Godinez rolling left. He's getting protection as he get outside the tackle box, outside the numbers, throws it downfield. Intercepted on the Walla Walla sideline. Pulled in by Welty.
Nice job that time by Welty of sticking with it and just stepping up onto the sidelines there. I believe he was trying to throw it away and just didn't get it out far enough.
The good news for Hermiston is they get it on the Walla Walla 45. 44 seconds remaining. They have one timeout.
44 seconds left in that.
First down 10. Right hash mark set. 3 receiver options to left for Villarreal. Welty alone to the right. They've gone his way on a couple of deep balls, and he's got the touchdown tonight, a 64-yarder. Going his way now. Deep route for Welty, falls down as Chevelle pokes into the air away. Welty flailed his hands up trying to ask for pass interference as legs got tangled on that go route.
Yeah, that thing where there was, it wouldn't have been a pass interference penalty on Walla Walla. It was overthrown quite a bit, and all he did was kept trying to run, and they tangled their feet up as both of them were running full speed.
Since I evoked soccer earlier, talking about the Umatilla girls. By the way, Hermiston girls won their home opener last night against Pasco 1-0. But to finish the joke, in soccer, that would have been a yellow card for simulation. Second down and 10 from the 45. Again, right hash mark set. Villarreal has time. Deep ball, other way this time. Jump ball, poked away, incomplete. A very nice job by Krebs to knock that away from the defensive back, Gregory Powell, the sophomore. Could have had a pick.
Yeah, that was left up hanging up there, Eric, and you cannot throw that far from one set of, yard markers out there to the sideline and keep it in the air that long, there could be a strong safety that could be out there and cover that much distance.
It's an interesting sequence because you get the turnover on the 45. You have 44 seconds, and now 2 deep passes, speculative passes. Quick throw near side. Henderson on the wide receiver screen. He's up to the 38-yard line. Gain of 8. Clock still going. And David Faitete will call his final timeout with 12 and a half seconds remaining. They end up giving Henderson a pretty bad spot at the 38. A 7-yard gain. Hermiston's got 4th down. This is not 1 year ago where they would even start to consider a 55-yard field goal.
No, not at all. I mean, even though he does have a pretty good leg, he can, whenever he wants to, get the ball in the air, but not from this distance. There's no way he would even get it close. Not with a two-step.
Well, let's finish the thought. I talk about what your son David was able to get out of that ROTC program.
Yeah, he did his whole program through Eastern Oregon and Prineville High School. There was a military advisor here at the high school at the time, put him in touch with the right people. He did a lot of work, ended up earning a full paid scholarship, military ROTC scholarship through Oregon State, and he is now lieutenant commander. I guess he's a pilot and an instructor for the Navy.
Very cool. 4th down and a 3 from the 38. Villarreal shimmies his shoulders, gets away from a tackler. Now he's in trouble in the backfield, ends up getting sacked. Back at the 45-yard line, loses all of the yardage back. Hounded by Ethan Belcher. The senior doesn't end up getting the sack, but he does create the problems, and it's a turnover on downs. 2.9 seconds remaining before halftime.
Yeah, Eric, it is real cool for what he's doing in his life right now. Is
Pilot of
was similar to what we saw here tonight. It's an UH-60S. It's a Blackhawk Seahawk helicopter. Awesome bird, it really is, and he is got a lot of experience. Been in for he's been in, this is his 9th year that he gets credit for, and on his way to retiring sometime.
Military Appreciation Night almost to halftime. Final play. Godinez will roll to left, looking to just hoist one up at the bell. He will, and it's incomplete into his sideline. The final play of the first half. Hermiston, a 64-yard touchdown pass to Nathan Welty in the first quarter. Walla Walla, a 60-yard touchdown pass to Derek Bingham in the opening minutes of the second quarter. They missed the 2-point try. Hermiston 7, Walla Walla 6, as the teams head to the locker room here at Bulldog Stadium for halftime. On your hometown radio station, AM 1360 KOHU, halftime is presented by Devitt Oil Circle K. The head coach of Hermiston Cross Country is with us. When we return, we'll hear from Troy Blackburn on AM 1360 KOHU. with purple numerals trimmed in gold, white helmets, all white uniforms for Walla Walla, silver numerals and blue helmets. There's not really any wind to speak of here, so no concerns as far as the kicking goes for Evan Velasquez as he's got it teed up. Walla Walla won the toss at the start of the game, deferred so they can get the ball right here. And Damon Romero Herrera is to the right. And Evan King is to the left. It's a low line driver taken by Romero Herrera at the 13-yard line, moving to his left at the 25. He's got a seam at the 30 and is pulled down at the 33-yard line. 20-yard return, and the Blue Devils, down by 1, have the ball. We do have a score update from the Roundup City. And for Pendleton, playing up at the high school tonight, 34-28, they trail Redmond. Earlier today, a 13-6 win for Valley Catholic at Umatilla. Over at Jordan Valley, they beat Ione Arlington 53-6. Echo beats Pine Eagle 41-19. First play is a run play. Evan King spins off of tackler, moves back to his right, and dives across the 40-yard line up to the 42, where he's pulled down from behind by Hayden Larson, who missed last week's game with illness. The captain of the defense in there for his first game of the season. And his tackle is after. King runs for 5 yards.
Yeah, nice job that time. I mean, King, very nice job that time of picking up the block and keeping going. And Larson, very good job of getting a good, sure tackle and dragging him down.
It's one of the best offensive run plays Walla Walla has been able to run tonight. King to the right shoulder of Owen Godinez, the senior transfer quarterback, hands off, and King again up the middle. Gets some more headway to the 46-yard line, a 4-yard gain, and 3rd down and 1 facing the Blue Devils. They have not often put it behind Jake Humphreys tonight, the 340-pound senior guard. That was our question on the 7-10 split, brought to you by Desert Lanes during the tailgate show. How do you handle the big offensive linemen? 3rd down and 1. This could be one of those. How do you handle the big offensive lineman? Godinez with the back to his right on 3rd and 1 from the 46. Movement up front. Hermiston is pointing at the Walla Walla offensive line. They jumped across the neutral zone, but the question's going to be, was there a flinch in the interior of the line? This one took a discussion. False start against Walla Walla. They did.
5-yard penalty replay.
So, move it back to the 41, and it's a more difficult 3rd down conversion. By the way, Bulldog Football brought to you by Desert Lanes. Thanks to all the sponsors of Desert Lanes Bowling Leagues, which are happening now. Visit Desert Lanes Family Fun Center and book a private party in the Tumbleweed Room. And excellent food specials daily at Desert Lanes. 10:20, clock moving, 3rd quarter. Hermiston up 7-6. Our halftime score here as we get 2 minutes into the opening drive of the second half. For the Walla Walla Blue Devils, a 3rd down and 6 from the 41. Godinez, the lefty, takes a snap. Quick throw, left side towards the sideline. Chevelle makes a diving play and has 1st down yardage just short of the midfield stripe. He lays out to the 48-yard line.
Nice 8-yard pickup that time by Chevelle, and doing what it takes to get the ball there.
So they move the chains 2 minutes into the second half, and the Blue Devils trying to finish their 2nd drive of the game. Now, the only drive they finished was a 60-yard touchdown pass to Derek Bingham, who's a receiver to the right now. And that was on the first play. They have not had a sustained scoring drive tonight. 1st and 10. Quick whip out to the left side. Catch, run. And Chevelle makes it across the 45 in Hermiston territory. Pulled down by Krebs and Shalhonik. Gains good for 7.
Chevelle on the reception. Shalhonik on the stop for the Bulldogs.
Left hash marks at 45-yard line. Damien Herrera is the widest to the right side. Inside of him is the touchdown scorer, Derek Bingham. Tight end right, and Chevelle going alone to the left. Hand up in the backfield. Mark Allerbaugh, the senior, gets his first carry of the night. Stopped for no gain. He's a bigger back than King by a couple of inches and a couple of pounds. But the senior was not able to do anything extra for the Blue Devils, so they face 3rd and 3.
Yeah, he's a pretty good-sized back there, and he rumbles pretty hard. He's a hard runner, and that time there, though, he just happened to be caught around the waist, and then Larson was able to put him away.
Allerbaugh stays in on this 3rd down and 3 at the Hermiston 45. Straight drop. Godina, slant play right side, incomplete. Henderson lays a shot on Romero Herrera as the ball flies off of his hands and past both of them.
Oh, I'm probably real lucky that one wasn't called, Eric.
Blue Devils. It's a line change. It looks like the specialist will come back out for another Cooper Shields punt. Looking to pin Hermiston and make them drive a long field with 8:10 left in quarter number 3. And the Bulldogs the Bulldogs leading by 1. Shields gets it away. Hermiston got close again. A high punt that's going to land just short of the 20. Take a Walla Walla roll across the 20 and end up wobbling to a stop at the 15-yard line. 30-yard punt. And Hermiston's got a 7-6 lead as they take over their opening drive of the second half with 7:57 left in quarter number 3.
Well, the one thing Walla Walla was able to do was they were able to go ahead and flip this field totally around. 85 yards to go, for the Bulldogs, and they've got to get something going this drive, just because they're not going to get that type of a kick out this time around if they do out of the end zone.
Second half, Aaron Villarreal will start at quarterback. Starting lineup brought to you by Rogers Toyota. And on 1st down and 10, Cole McCamey, just 4 carries in the first half to his left shoulder. 4 carries, all positive yards. Another drop ball, fumble in the backfield, and Villarreal falls on it, but falls back on the 8-yard line.
Villarreal lost the ball in exchange.
Just a straight dropped snap that time.
Yeah, Eric, it almost looks like he's looking away. It really is. It's almost looking like he's looking to where he wants to go with that football first, because that was right at his face mask.
Villarreal wipes his hands on his undershirt, now slaps them together, takes the snap, and read option, hands it off. McCamey slips. A loss of 1 that time.
McCamey on the carry.
So 3rd and long, and even more so to the point about the field position here. If Hermiston doesn't get any yardage, Ethan Velasquez will punt this next one out of his own end zone. With Walla Walla down by 1, they're at about as good of spot as you can be, down 7-6. 6:45 left in the 3rd quarter. Villarreal takes the snap from his end zone. Deep ball near sideline on the wheel. Route under own tip. Powell knocked it down incomplete away from Krebs, but again, just missed an interception. The second one tonight he could have had a chance to pick off, but could not.
I'm saying by doing that, now they're going to be, Eric, there's been room right over the top of the middle, right in the center of this field. I've talked about it for 5, 6, 7, 8 years now. There was room over the middle, and we're looking to try and hit the home run. All you needed to do that time was give yourself a little bit of room to get over and let your receiver try and break something. Now you're kicking from the 9-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. Velasquez is standing in his end zone. High snap, pulls it down, gets the kick away somehow. It will take a Hermiston roll, a big roll, across the 45, across the 50, and all the way back into Walla Walla territory to the 46-yard line. And then Walla Walla has Bingham step in there. No, it was Romero Herrera stepped in there, and he almost grabbed the ball, but it's to the 46-yard line, so Hermiston gets very lucky on a 45-yard punt, and Velasquez, you mark that down. That very well could be, well, not very well, it is in the running, not jokingly, for play of the game.
Absolutely. I mean, especially when it was, he had to go up and get that. So it didn't go through the back of the end zone. And then it was close to getting blocked, but a very good job of getting it off. And then Walla Walla, for some reason, let the ball hit the ground.
First down and 10 from the 46. A handoff to King running right side, and King gets stood up. Nathan Welty stepped into the hole from his Superman position. It's a stop of a 1-yard gain.
Great fill that time by Welty, and that's going to be where it's at. Hermiston is going to have to hang its hat on its defense for the remainder of the game, Eric, because they're kind of battling themselves right now.
Neither team has been able to find an offensive rhythm tonight. 2 long touchdown passes, the only scoring strikes for both of these teams. Second down and 9 for Walla Walla from the 47. Quick throw near side, underthrown, bounces to Derek Bingham, incomplete. Boy, both teams desperately want their passing games to hit.
Yeah.
And neither team can get their passing game to hit, but neither offensive coaching staff has really wanted to try to establish a true ground and pound type of game here in this 7-6 Hermiston lead with 5:39 left in quarter number 3. Third down and 9 from the 47. Walla Walla's side of the 50. Straight drop for Godinez. Deep drop, screen play, throw it in the middle, and dropped.
Oh, man, he had
Great read by Paul Schultz.
Yeah.
Had it hit his chest. He's a linebacker.
He was looking to return that thing, Eric. That hit him right smack in the chest and went straight to the ground.
There seems to be a trend.
Yeah.
Maybe a Monday practice sequence of look the ball in before you do anything else. Could be everybody. Could be both sides. Shields out to punt again. He'll stand at his 32-yard line on 4th down and 9, just short of the midfield stripe. High, wobbly snap back to Shields, but he has time to hammer one away, and it's going to fall and bounce inside the 20 and roll out of bounds. No, cut just in play, but at the 15-yard line. So the Blue Devils are able to shift it right back, and unfortunately, Dale Krebs is right there and lets that one drop. Even a fair catch will save Hermiston 5 or 6 yards on that play, but they will start a second drive here in the second half from the 15. Up 7-6 with 5:22 left in quarter number 3.
Well, I think that's where you start on Monday. You get the Jugs football machine out, and you throw punts up in the air all game long and have them rush down and make them catch the football in the air.
Oh, come on, Sonny. You've coached with me long enough to know the drill's got to have 2 or 3 elements to it. The punters can work too.
Well, yeah, it's true, but...
And then you can let Rico kick. Ricardo Rodriguez is the best punter in the Mid-Columbia Conference. He just hasn't been a high school person for a very long time. Handoff, left side run. Hermiston is trying on first down to run the ball, and they do have a bit of success.
Looks like
with
Akers.
Akers stopped after a 4-yard gain to the 19.
Well, 4 yards there. Let's do it again.
Akers lost his shoe. He was about to throw the shoe to the sideline to keep playing. The coaching staff realizes, get over here. Cash Edwards, the sophomore, will come in at H-back. 2 receivers each way. Run play up the middle. No gain this time for the Bulldogs on a Hayden Larson rush. So 3rd down and 6, just short of the 20-yard line. Bulldogs still no huddle. Here's the previously mentioned Ricardo Rodriguez walking back down along the players to join the other defensive coaches. 3rd and 6, Villarreal to throw over the middle, incomplete. Way too tall for Krebs, and it rolls harmlessly across the 50.
And Eric, he had time that time. He had time to go ahead and get himself set and get off that front foot. Everything right now is being pushed off the back foot, and it's going high on everything.
But to that point, he doesn't think he has time.
Yeah, but
he is a sophomore playing his 2nd game ever at Hermiston, and he's been hit a couple of times. He's been sacked a number of times. He doesn't believe, like he feels that Walla Walla's got 9 guys blitzing him every time a pass play is called. Hermiston's not going to get this kickoff before the play clock runs out.
Nope.
Oh, no, they're going to reset the play clock. Took a while to get the correct kicking ball in. So, reset the play clock. 4th down and 6 for Hermiston. Velasquez this time is standing on the 3. Another high snap. He pulls it down, gets it away under some pressure. Better kick this time. Caught at the 40-yard line. And a couple of yards forward after that to the 38. Walla Walla's got good field position, down 7-6 with 3:53 left in the 3rd quarter.
Nice job by that time by Henderson coming in and keeping that from being broken out anymore.
And credit to Walla Walla, they have the night's first caught punt.
Yes, and they shortened the field. They've done the job of flipping the field, and now Hermiston's got to protect 38 yards.
King to the right of Godinez on 1st down and 10. Quick throw out to the right side. Bingham, the touchdown scorer, has the catch. Breaks 2 tackles, spins off of another inside the 25, and he's taken out into the Hermiston sideline. Extra shove there against Schultz. Bingham, though, gets 1st down yardage on the opening play of this drive.
What, 16-yard pickup that time.
Nose of the ball's at the right hash mark 23. Bingham, wide right with Smith Phillips. 2 options left as well. Godinez turns, hands off, jump step back to the left for King, and he puts his head down. Burst of speed into the 2nd level up to the 17-yard line. King, a gain of 6.
Shelhonic on the tackle that time, and he came in and had to come from the far side to get to him.
Chevelle is out wide to the left side. Bingham's joining him out there as the rest of the team breaks their huddle. Tight end in. Bridger Sedgwick is to the right. Outside of him, the sophomore Smith Phillips as Godinez turns and hands again. Middle run again for the big-bodied back for the Blue Devils. And Allerbach gets 1st down yardage, maybe just short of it actually. He's marked just short. At the 14, he needed to get across the 14 near the 13-yard line. Could have a pause and an injury as the Blue Devils had a player making his way towards the sidelines and he sat down. So it's going to be a de facto timeout as they check on the injury with 2:11 left in the 3rd quarter. Hermiston 7 and Walla Walla 6. You're listening to Bulldog Football on AM 1360 KOHU Hermiston. Brought to you in part by the Hermiston School District. They want to remind all parents and guardians bus route information is readily available on the district website. You can find it under the Parents and Community tab, selecting bus routes. They gave us that featured spotlight, talking to Troy Blackburn at our halftime coverage here this evening. Let's look ahead with LIUNA, Labor's International Union of North America. Hermiston, they need this one because it starts to be a grinder here for the rest of September at Chiawana, then home for Kamiak in the next 2 weeks. For the Blue Devils, they are hosting Hanford and then at Southridge here in weeks 3 and 4.
Yeah, it was Alaba. Looked like he was cramping up in his left leg.
Plays on the defensive side of the ball as well, so he comes out, King back in to the right shoulder of Godinez on this 3rd down and 1 at the 14-yard line. Now Godinez is going to go under center. Almost a Philadelphia Eagles tush-push type play. They get the yardage they need, and we'll get a new set of downs on the 1-yard run.
But King actually came up and took the snap, Eric. No, excuse me, 23.
I don't.
23 was in the backfield. He was actually the one that looked like took the snap. But I'll give it to Godinez, but it looked like number 23.
They actually say he didn't get enough.
Wow.
Got about a yard, but they needed another nose of a football here. I think Blue Devils want a measurement. They want a timeout at the very least with 1:02 left in the 3rd quarter. Trailing 7-6 before this 4th down and inches. You're listening to Bulldog Football at AM 1360 KOHU.
Check that. Timeout, Walla Walla.
Godinez and King in the backfield. Godinez will keep play action, rolling left, dumps it off underneath, completed, reaching forward. Sedgwick has the 1st down yardage. The ball came out, but they say the ground caused the fumble down to the 12-yard line. Walla Walla does convert the 4th and inches on the play action.
And consider completion to Sedgwick.
Under a minute remaining in the 3rd quarter. Blue Devils trailing by 1. Have 1st down and 10 from the 12.
First down.
Trying to finish their first sustained drive of the night with points. King to the right shoulder of the senior quarterback, the lefty. Slaps his hands together, takes the snap, quick throw out to the right side. Sedgwick dropped it. Incomplete.
Oh, man, he had some yardage in front of him.
2nd down and 10.
Bulldogs defense trying to keep the Blue Devils out to preserve the 1-point lead. Opening night on the home field for Hermiston. Week 2 for these two 3A teams out of the Mid-Columbia Conference. A year ago, Hermiston won this game at Walla Walla 49-14 on their way to their first WIAA playoff appearance.
They're not going to get the playoff again.
There's all sorts of confusion. They'll reset the play clock. And it looks like Hermiston, maybe the reason the play clock got reset is somebody had an equipment issue. Welty came off for Vinoy. And so Vinoy is in there at the Superman position on this 2nd down and 10 from the 12. Godinez Takes a snap, straight drop. Quick drop, throws over the middle. Slant play is caught inside the 5-yard line, just outside of the end zone. The final play of quarter number 3 is a completion to Bridger Sedgwick. The yardage is not quite enough for a first down, so we'll start the fourth quarter with a 3rd down and short facing the Blue Devils. They're down by 1. 7-6 Hermiston as we go to the fourth next on AM 1360 KOHU. What? Fourth quarter. Walla Walla driving. 2nd down and goal for them from the 4. No, this is not and goal. It's 3rd down. The chain gang was very late to get down for this, and that's why this play is being held before the fourth quarter starts. It is from the 4, 3rd down and 2 to go for the Blue Devils. They have converted a 4th down and 1 on this drive. Hand off to King, right side run. King hit at the goal line, ball squirts out. They say down again by contact at the 1-yard line. That is enough for a first down. Flag out. After everything, a very late flag thrown up in the middle of the field. If this is against Hermiston, it is pretty inconsequential because half the distance from the 1 is the half. If this is against Walla Walla, this is a devastating play. It is Hermiston. So again, you don't want to see an unsportsmanlike penalty called in that kind of fashion. It's obviously somebody talking after the play.
Yeah.
But, again, the difference is it's a 1.5 feet closer to the goal line for first down and a goal. Got to get the down markers right. The chains are still standing over there. Now they're going to set them down correctly. Seconds into the fourth quarter. Walla Walla looking for their first lead of 2024. Godinez will shift, come under center. It's to Godinez again. He tries to go behind right guard. This time he's got it. Touchdown, Walla Walla. Second time on this drive, Godinez walked under center as King moved to a wingback left and Sedgwick to a wingback right. And the Blue Devils in the opening seconds of quarter number 4 have a lead.
And Hermiston has got to make sure. I mean, they got to go. Well, they don't have to go for 2, but they would. I mean, they would. I'm guessing
they should go for 2 because the difference between being up 12 and 13 is inconsequential, really.
Exactly.
Going for 2 means they can make this a full touchdown plus conversion game. So they are out. Godinez, they've asked for the left hash mark. 3 receivers to the right. 2-point conversion failed early in this game. Second 2-point conversion. Again, Godinez is stopped short of the line, and another 2-point rush has failed. Hermiston keeps them out, but trails for the first time tonight, 12-7.
Yeah, nice that time, making sure that they did not get in. But that was the key, Eric. That's a not so much a game changer there, but now Hermiston has got to put together a drive. They just got to get the young men down there behind center to go ahead and have enough confidence in this last 11 minutes and 50 seconds to put a score on the board.
Bulldog Football on your hometown radio station is brought to you in part by the Umatilla Electric Cooperative. If you're looking to grow your business, ask about the Umatilla Electric Revolving Loan Fund and visit the UEC Business Resource Center. Hermiston Football on AM 1360 KOHU, also on GoHermiston.com and Mixler.com/1360-KOHU. The web streams powered by Blue Mountain Networks. Elevate your online connectivity with lightning fast speeds and unlimited data usage, unparalleled reliability and performance. Blue Mountain Networks Internet at the speed of life. Walla Walla 12, Hermiston 7, a very long scoring drive that spans over the end of the third quarter, 10 seconds into the fourth. And that's what we've got as Shields chips one. Rolling derby ball down across the 25, picked up by an up man, and across the 30. It'll be a return of about 8 yards prior to Hermiston getting stuffed, and it's Mills on the return. Tabor Mills gets it to the 32.
Smith on the stop.
Punts and fumbles, and Hermiston has not been able to find their offensive consistency here tonight. Aaron Villarreal, the sophomore quarterback, didn't start the game. He missed practice yesterday morning, so freshman Kyle Stasek got the start. Villarreal, after sitting out and serving about a half a quarter punishment, has taken over. But this offense has not yet clicked. Akers in the backfield along with McCamey. Bobbled snap, handoff, right side run, and some space, but a flag flies out as McCamey puts his, that was Larson, puts his shoulder down and runs over a tackler up to the 38-yard line.
Going to get a hold in the backfield, Eric.
I'm not going to get a hold.
Yeah,
I have never held in my life.
Yep.
It helps that I never played, other than I was the all-time QB at Pomo Elementary School in 5th grade during recess. We were playing like 25 on 25. I was distributing that ball. Got it all over the place. This is an oddly long conversation, though, for a hold.
Well, and I'm kind of trying to figure out how the side judge's flag ended up 4 yards out of bounds.
On the offense, that penalty is declined. After the play, personal foul on the offense. That's a 15-yard penalty.
That was the discussion.
Okay.
There was a second penalty, post-play 15-yard penalty, and Justin James is pleading his case about what exactly happened here and what was penalized. I think his question is, why isn't it the hold plus the penalty if the penalty was post-play? That's exactly what his argument is.
Since the play was after the play, it'll be second down.
So I feel like he got half of what he wanted.
Yeah.
He did get the down.
Yeah. But
Well, no, they declined the holding to take the personal foul. So
Yeah.
they get the down, and it's second down and 25 for Hermiston. Back at the 17-yard line, right hash mark set.
yeah, otherwise McCamey would have had, about a 6-yard gain.
Well, it was Larson, and Larson is to the left of Villarreal. I said McCamey initially. It was Larson, though. Looking to set up a screen to him, has it in the middle. Larson breaks one tackle and is piled under at the 20-yard line. 3-yard gain to Hayden Larson. We're not sure how much we were going to see him on the offensive side of the ball tonight. We were told he was a one-side guy coming off of illness, but he has shown well enough That makes it 3rd down and 22. Trailing by 5. A minute into the 4th quarter. Villarreal slaps his hands together. He's going to go deep ball again. Home run for Welty. Underthrow, knocked down by Gregory, incomplete.
Villarreal's pass intended.
Nathan Welty didn't even know where that ball was.
No. That was a wing and a prayer of a throw just to try and get it up over the top, and hopefully that Welty could find it because of his height. But it's when it stays in the air that long and your receiver is still trying to find the ball, come back, the only thing you can do is try and play defense on it then, because now your defensive back is inside you.
Line of scrimmage to the 20. Ethan Velasquez standing at the 5. Walla Walla up 12-7 with a 10:57. Velasquez gets a good kick away. This one's going to bounce. Romero Herrera gets away from it eventually, and it goes all the way down to the 33-yard line. 47-yard punt. Longest punt of the night for Velasquez. The sophomore really got a boot into it and got a good bounce. And so the Blue Devils do have a lot of acreage to work with. But this last drive that ended up in that touchdown, they figured out how to move the ball for a drive.
Hermiston's got to do a little bit of ball hunting now. They got to come out here and, maybe try and punch a ball out for a fumble or get an interception. But I'm going to guess they're going to slow the game down by running it.
King to the left shoulder of Godinez takes the handoff. King trying to run to the right side. Breaks into the second level, tripped up. Welty pulls him down at the 39-yard line, but he was tripped up by Schultz initially. Gain of 6. Columbia Orthodontics scoreboard earlier today. Valley Catholic wins at Umatilla 13-6. Jordan Valley beats Ione Arlington 53-6. Echo wins at Pine Eagle 41-19. Both these teams looking for win number 1. 2nd down and a 4 from the 39. Long count. Snap with 3 seconds on the play clock. Keeper this time for Godinez running right. He stood up. Driven at the 40-yard line backwards. Welty finishes off a tackle. There were 3 Bulldogs in the vicinity. Gain of 1.
That time there, Welty made the final hit, but Hayden Larson got in and made him spin and turn around.
Blue Devils are purposefully trying to take the air out of the ball, shorten this game, up 12-7 with 9:25 left. Quarter number 4. 2 receivers each way on 3rd down and 3 from the 40. The senior quarterback, straight drop, short drop, throws it over the middle. Tip pass intercepted in midfield. Bulldogs have it back on a pick by Tabor Mills.
Nice job that time, and that's exactly what they needed to do. Mills stepped in and took that ball away, and Eric, that's what they were trying to, Walla Walla was trying to avoid. I'm actually really surprised that they were even throwing in that position.
3rd and 3 is a lot for the way they've struggled to run the ball as well, and so they decide to try to go for a slant. That was a deflected pass. Sedgwick the intended. He got hit as it came off of his hands, and Mills was the free safety playing center field to make the interception right at the midfield stripe. Hermiston trailing 12-7, take over with 9:09 left in the 4th quarter. Here at Bulldog Stadium, down on Kennison Field. Aaron Villarreal slaps his hands together. Play action, throw out to the left side. Catch on the far sideline, and the wide receiver screen doesn't materialize into very much at all on a pass to Ryan Allen. Yard gained for Allen into Walla Walla territory by a yard.
That was, that turned Allen around. That was thrown behind him quite a bit. And, it's us shooting ourselves in the foot and getting behind the chains right now, Eric.
2nd and 9 at the 49. Left hash mark set. Villarreal with 3 receiver options right. He's looking that way. Now back over the middle. Has a completion down the middle along the left seam into Walla Walla territory. Krebs has it up to the 32-yard line. 17-yard gain, and the Bulldogs move the chains with 8.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, down by 5. Hayden Larson to the left shoulder of the sophomore quarterback. Takes a snap, rolls right, pumps, pulls it down, in trouble, popped out of his hands, fumble and a loose ball around the 44, turtling on top of it, Owen Hand has it for Walla Walla.
And the fumbles who come with number 61 Badger. First and 10 Blue Devils.
8:08 left in the fourth quarter with a 12-7 lead. The Blue Devils recover their 3rd fumble of the night. 5 times Hermiston, 6 times Hermiston's put it on the floor. 3 times it's ended up a change of possession. Blue Devils tried to shorten this game on their last drive. Have it at the 44, first down and 10. King to the right of Godinez, 2 receivers each way. Hand to King, running left. He'll change field back over the right side. Kind of his own counter, shoved out of bounds, just short of the midfield stripe, into his own bench.
Ushered out of bounds by
4-yard gain on the play. Malachi Covarrubias in on the shove out for Hermiston. But Evan King did end up out of bounds, so the clock is stopped. 8 minutes remaining in week 2. 2nd out and 6, right hash mark. Carter Chevelle is alone out to the left in one-on-one coverage against Nate Henderson. The 2nd and 6 handoff to King, running right, breaks 1, but is pulled down after a yard gained, just short of midfield.
Larson again on the stop, Eric, and just a yard gain for Mr. King there.
Might be the answer to the question. It was always probably going to be the answer to the question. Who is the next linebacker in to replace Neil Stasek, the last year's leading tackler for Hermiston, the senior who's now graduated? We have a towel that has been thrown back and forth between the two teams, and now Chevelle tosses it 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage on this 3rd down and 5, just short of the midfield stripe. Hand to King. King hammered at the line of scrimmage. Coming off of the edge, he got smacked. Gain of 1, right up to midfield is where they spot it. 4th down and 4. 7 minutes left, and the Blue Devils have the punt team coming onto the field.
Larson again on the initial smack, and then it was cleaned up.
Echeverria
made the absolute stop, but Larson was the first one to hit him.
Allen and Krebs back to return this Cooper Shields punt. 4th down and 4 from midfield. Shields gets it away. Hermiston gets close again. Shields falls down. Coming up, Krebs gets it on the run, but he did wave for the fair catch. Justin James is arguing if he keeps running like that, that should be a penalty. He is arguing strongly, vocally, that should have been a penalty on Krebs. Bulldogs have caught their first punt of the night in the air, and so they have it at the 25, down 12-7. 6 minutes, 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
You could tell, I mean, these guys could make the argument that, he had to come up from so deep back that his momentum carried him for 3 or 4 yards. I know it's probably not going to fly, but I think it is.
Officials got together. They had a conversation about it. Bulldog ball. Hermiston's ready. The chains are not. And now we've got the ready to play 1st down and 10. At the left hash mark, Villarreal. Barking signals. He's got two receivers right. I don't think they know what this one is. Slaps his hands together twice. Hands off. Backfield loss of yardage in the backfield. Like he knew what play was coming next. Walla Walla. I think that was Belcher. McCamey lost 5.
Wow. That is somebody not blocking up front, Eric. If they get there that quickly, somebody missed an assignment.
Not Belcher, that was Wolf. Second down and 15. McCamey moved to the right side of Villarreal. Blue Devils. Rush 5. Blitz comes near side to Welty. Welty comes right. Hit, stood up at the 18. He loses 2 more yards on the play. And the Blue Devils, now they've got them air in their sails. Defensively, they're starting to feel this one. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in fourth quarter. Hermiston led most of 3 quarters. The Blue Devils took the lead on a 1-yard touchdown run by Owen Godinez, the senior quarterback, 10 seconds into the fourth quarter. Third down and 16 to go. Villarreal, wobbly pass over the middle, lifting up over a defender, it's hauled in, Krebs has it. What a catch, it's right on top of the 35, it might even be enough for a first down, it is.
16-yard pickup officially for the first down.
Dale Krebs makes another huge in-traffic catch, and he somersaults over the defender to finish off the play. New set of downs for the Bulldogs. 4:34 left in the fourth quarter, down by 5. Krebs coming right. He and Welty out that way, short side of the field with the ball on the right hash mark. First down and 10, Aaron Villarreal. He'll step up towards the line, bark some signals. Now the sophomore sets with the back to his left shoulder. Slaps his hands twice, turns and hands it off. Larson up the middle, dives across the 40-yard line. Larson, 6-yard run to the 41. That is the thing about 4:04 on the clock. There's plenty of time. You do not have to just chuck it and hope. You can run plays here. You can just go through your normal offense still with all your timeouts too. Second down, 4 to go from the 41. Still in the right hash mark. Play action. Villarreal keeps running right. He will break a tackle and fight his way to the 43-yard line. Turns it into a 2-yard gain. The option read stuff has not hit consistently tonight, however.
Well, it's just taking too long to go through the read. I mean, you either give it off quick and then pull it quick and go, or you'd write it completely out.
3rd and 2 at the 43. Out of the backfield, Larson, throw it that way in the flat. Catches the pass, bursts through the defenders, gets a yard. Very nice saving tackle made by Belcher. 4th down and 1. 3 minutes left at the 44. Hermiston's got to go. Robbie Akers comes in. Hayden Larson is in. And Aaron Villarreal will have the ball snapped to him on 4th and 1. Need the 45-yard line. 2 receivers laddered up each way. And a timeout.
Smart by Coach Faitete. I mean, they were about ready to snap, and they had both wide receivers on this side bouncing in towards the rest of the pack there before they were getting ready to get it set.
This is one of those times when there is such a wide variety of different things Hermiston does offensively. I know you have, and I agree at this point, one thing you'd like is you'd like to be able on 4th and 1, put somebody under center and do some power. Maybe not necessarily the quarterback keeper, the Eagles tush push type of thing, but just to have a power eye in your back pocket for this exact type of situation.
See, and Eric, for one thing, they've been running this counter. It's kind of a counter on the fly sweep. You could do exactly the same thing. Give it to the up backer that's right close to you there, and let that fly sweep guy lead the holes.
Walla Walla in this drive that gave them the lead did have a 4th down and 1. They went play action and converted. 4th and 1 at the 44. Krebs sweeps right to left. Keeper for Villarreal. Running, has the 1st down. Puts his shoulder down. Breaks a tackle. He's across midfield. The ball's popped out. Fumble into Walla Walla territory. Recovered by the Blue Devils. Villarreal got the 1st down yardage. Ran for 11 and then lost the ball. And the Blue Devils have it. And the Blue Devils have a 12-7 lead with 2:26 left on a 4th fumble of the night.
Actually, 6th fumble of the night, but 4th lost fumble of the night.
Well, 7th.
7th, that's true. 7th of them out there. And, that's...
Bulldogs have 2 timeouts remaining. The Blue Devils have not consistently moved the ball in big chunks, so the defense can save this team again.
Got a ball hunt absolutely now, Eric. Got to take a couple of shots and go for the ball.
1st down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Walla Walla after the fumble. Turns and hands to King. King trying to get outside. Cannot do it. Loss of yardage running out to the right side. Shoved down by Akers. The returning 2nd team All-League MCC defender has the tackle. There's a flag out. Oh my goodness. Is this... It was a high tackle.
They're not going to call it a horse.
Did he get headgear?
After the play, personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15.
It is a 15-yard personal foul face mask.
After a 2-yard loss, and then they get hit with a...
It's weird they say after the play.
Yeah, I mean, unless he grabbed it on his way getting back up.
It moves the ball into Hermiston territory to their 43. And Hermiston will take a timeout with 2:18 left. Their 2nd timeout. Down 12-7. We're back. Can Hermiston get the ball back after this on AM 1360 KOHU? First down and 10 for Walla Walla. King stopped in the backfield again, spun himself into a tackle. Again, Akers' way. 2-yard loss, and Hermiston will take their last timeout with 2:12 left in the 4th quarter, trailing 12-7.
Well, and that's it. Now, you're not to where you can kneel down, after each play now. You got to run one here, but once they do run this play, Hermiston can't stop it. Then they are in a position where they can get awful close to being able to just take a kneel down.
They can't get there, though. They have to get a 1st down. They cannot run the clock out.
No, but
with 2:12 left, so.
But it's going to take it down inside or close to a minute And that's what Hermiston can't afford to do. They have got to get after the football. Now, somebody's got to, even a 5-yard, offside penalty, if you get a quick start right now, going after a football. I hate calling for the penalty, but
2nd down and 12 from the 45. King again in the backfield. King again piled up at the line of scrimmage. Akers, Schultz, Echeverria.
Stopped by several Bulldogs.
Those three and Larson have been pretty common names here tonight. So under 2 minutes left, clock is spinning. 3rd down and 12 to go. At the 45, Blue Devils have 2 timeouts remaining. They can run this down just below 90 seconds before they snap the ball. 3rd down and 12. Do they throw? No, it's King. Kind of a delay. King gets some yardage up to the 40. But 4th down and 7 face the Blue Devils at the Hermiston 40-yard line. Now, this is the interesting question. If you're Walla Walla, you can run this all the way down to about 30 seconds. Do you go for it on 4th down and 7 from the 40 and just try to win the game?
yeah, because,
They're going to run it down and call timeout with 1 second left on the play clock.
and I think they're going to punt it. I mean, they're not going to, I think they're going to try and just pooch it down there and bury us deep, deep, deep in the field. No reason to go ahead and try and run it from where they're at there with 7 yards, almost 8 yards to go to get a first down. And
Blue Devils timeout.
As soon as they hit down, the time will stop.
Okay, Devils out. It is 4th and 7. Hermiston has come very close on a number of these punts tonight to getting a punt block. If you don't convert on 4th down and 7, you turn the ball over and Hermiston's got to go 60 yards with no timeouts and 40 seconds, less than 40 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
If you punt and you pin them deep, they do have to go the entire field to get there. I'll be that true. But Hermiston has come very close a number of times on Shields. Well, they agree with you. Shields is out there.
What he might end up doing, Eric, is taking off and running.
He could. He did take off, run around a potential blocker earlier, ended up kicking it away anyways. Here comes the pressure. Shields gets it away. Little Pooch angled towards his sideline. It will bounce at the 25 and take a Hermiston roll. The clock's still running. Bulldogs need to get over there and touch it to stop the clock. They will with 27 seconds remaining. At the 26-yard line, so it ends up only being a 13-yard punt. That's not exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah,
Concerning, this is very concerning. Dale Krebs can't put full weight down on his left leg out of this, trying to dive in and get the clock to stop. So one of your top targets is hobbled. Your best in traffic receiver. Walla Walla 12, Hermiston 7. Blue Devils had one sustained scoring drive, and they had a 60-yard first play of a drive strike to Derek Bingham. Missed 2-point conversion rushes twice. Hermiston on their 3rd drive of the game, a 64-yarder. Nathan Welty got behind everybody on Aaron Villarreal's first drive as quarterback after sitting out the first few drives of the night. Villarreal, the sophomore, 1st down and 10. He's got 3 receivers to the right. No timeouts. Steps up. Deep ball. Right side. Jump ball for Welty. Poked away from him. Incomplete. Rising up, it's Chevelle who knocks it away.
Yeah, that's the thing. All they got to do. I was actually surprised that Walla Walla was that close to the line of scrimmage with their defensive backs. I'm still surprised that they are that close that they don't have two people on the 50-yard line.
Bulldogs are discombobulated on personnel, don't have enough on the field. Dale Krebs is sent back out, so he's okay. He's one of the three receivers right. 2nd down and 10. Clock does stop after first downs. Villarreal rolling left will throw downfield, incomplete, and he threw it after he had crossed the line of scrimmage. The illegal downfield pass, and now Krebs, Krebs is cramping is what's happening because now it's his other leg. The biggest problem with this downfield pass is it's a loss of downs. The second biggest problem is it took another 7 seconds off of the clock, and Hermiston has just 15 seconds remaining. Loss of downs and a march off, and Hermiston down 12-7 has 79 yards between them and a winning touchdown. Krebs hobbles off. Tabor Mills replaces him. Larson in the backfield. 3rd down and 15. 15 seconds left from the 21. Villarreal takes the snap, straight drop, good protection, over the middle throw, has it to Mills. Mills has the first down yardage, fights his way up to the 39, 8 seconds left. Hermiston's got to get up to the ball and clock it. Clock is paused while they set the chains. Hermiston set, clock spinning, they gotta snap it, they do. Villarreal's just gonna go and throw, hucks it, near side, jump ball for Henderson, poked away, that's the ball game. Walla Walla wins in